Hi, everyone.
Hello, welcome back.
Yeah.
Guess what? We have a clearing.
Very exciting.
This is
Very exciting.
Bethanni. She reached out and she needs a clearing.
Yes, she does.
And we are excited to be able to do it on air.
Yes. And thank
Yeah.
you so much for that. It really does give people the courage to reach. They'll reach out, but not for want it on the channel. So we're really it's always an extra
Boost.
boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does help other people. So thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna let you take because you've been getting a lot of since
info.
since we opened space.
I have gotten some.
Take it away, Mari-Lyn.
Well, what I'd like to do, Bethanni, is turn it over to you and
Okay, yeah.
you share whatever you want to share about why you reached out. What's going on?
Sure. So I reached out because, well, I've been experiencing things and, you kind of wonder, is it just me or is it something else type of a thing?
Always,
and, you're not really
always.
sure and you sit there and you kind of gaslight yourself thinking, no, that's not real. That's not, it's my mind. I'm making it up. I'm seeing things. But it was kind of more than that. I felt that there was something there. There was just a vibe. And so I wanted to reach out to even see if it was something substantial. And so, this can be for people too who like aren't sure they have anything and they feel totally silly about reaching out,
Yes.
which,
Thank you.
Even after I reached out the first time, I was like, there were points where I was like, this seems kind of silly. Like, like maybe I don't need to do this.
Right. Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, I've been experiencing about what I think is three different separate things.
Okay.
One of them, I get a vibe that maybe only one of them is an earthy. Sorry, I have a gnat by me. And I feel like the other two, I don't know what they are, but so I get a feeling from my closet. First off, I'll start off with that. I just feel like and I feel like it's a man. I feel like there is a man just stands in my closet and looks at me. It doesn't feel like malicious in any way, but it also doesn't feel good.
Like, a little creepy to have a man in your closet watching. Yeah. In your bedroom.
Can I help
Especially when you live
you?
alone.
Yes.
You need something?
I guess I should say, I assume that's your bedroom when you say closet.
Yeah. So the closet.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll get a better picture when I show it. My bedroom, my living room are all the same, and my dining room. So I live in a studio apartment.
Okay.
And my kitchen, bedroom, living room, or dining room are all the same room.
Okay.
So all I really have that are extras are my bathroom and my closet.
Okay.
I never feel anything from my bathroom really, except for the other night. I had a flash out of the corner of my eye while I was in the shower, which was not appreciated.
No, never.
I was like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then another major thing I've been experiencing is a thing that appears in the top corner of like my wall ceiling area that makes my cats go crazy. Like they'll fling themselves across the room to go and like shove their faces in it and inspect it. And I also have something that's along the heat register of the floor that's right by that area. And I have a feeling it might be the same thing, but I'm not sure just because it's in proximity to each other.
Sure. And that drives your cats crazy as well.
But it drives my cats crazy too. Yeah, they'll knock anything over to get to it, and they'll just sit there and stare at it.
Wow.
Nothing else.
Okay.
They'll stare at it.
So they don't seem scared by it. They're just like
they're like
it's a mouse and they just want to get it. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. Like it's prey. And then one of the last major things that I've been experiencing is I kind of call it my cupboard gargoyle. That's what it feels like. It feels like a gargoyle almost.
Okay.
That's why I don't feel like it's an earthy. Like, because it just feels like it's like gargoyle stance on my cupboard, like right on the very top of it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't like, I've never visually seen it like that, but in my mind's eye, that's what I see. And it's just when I'm walking by it, I don't feel any like vibes from it really. It's just like beside it being there.
Just uh-oh, she's
got the giggles.
Well, I called it a gnome-like thing earlier, but gargoyle feels so much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, close.
Yeah. Yes. And yes, you did see it. Those flashes are your clairvoyance just giving you a flash of what's there. You absolutely have seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are like the three like entities that I feel like are in my apartment. And like sometimes too, when I'm in bed, I'll experience what feels like a cat jumping onto my bed.
Okay. And there's no cat jumping on your bed.
Nope. Okay. I have two of them and they plop on that bed. I know when it's them.
Yes. Yeah.
They're chunky cats. But yeah, it's a strange feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, at first I was going to say, yeah, that's the gargoyle. But it's not always the gargoyle.
I suppose the weight on the bed and gargoyle.
But
well, they're going to be taken care of. So
they are. They are. Yeah. Woo. Do you get with that jump? Only because you have actually seen it. And so I'm asking you questions out of curiosity. When you feel something jump on your bed, do you have an idea of what that is?
No, I just, it's honestly like such a light feeling that it's like, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I feel it, but I don't at the same time. Like I'm not really
talk yourself out of it real quick, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like, it reminds me of when I was a kid in my grandparents' house. I used to hear organ music in the middle of the night, but like anytime I really tried to listen to it, it's like, I couldn't hear it.
Yeah. You're farther away or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I never really experienced anything else other than it jumping on the bed. Like after I feel that, like I don't experiencing anything else. Oh God, is it cuddling up to me?
I get no.
Oh, thank God.
I get absolutely no.
I have, well, no.
You're going to disagree with?
No, I'm not going to disagree. I don't feel it cuddling up to you, but it does stay there. It like rolls up and stays there.
Stays
like
there. I could agree.
Like a cat. Yes, like a cat. Mm-hmm. Like a cat. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but no, it doesn't cuddle with you. Thank God. That's really creepy.
That is really creepy.
Oh God.
No. Yeah. So I love that you were able to put the word gargoyle to that that figure. Like I said, Pam opened space and I'm like, there's this gnomish like thing. He's mischievous.
Yeah.
And what I was getting was that I don't know why he chose your place. But he basically got in trouble from the elders because he was mischievous and said, I'll show you mischief. And is being mischievous in now the human world, in the human dimension.
Do you have some sort of like an open field, like a lot somewhere near your apartment? It feels like
trying to think, like I live in the middle of the cities, so I'm like, closest thing I can think is like I live like a block away from a cemetery. That's probably the biggest open space there is. But other than like maybe a park somewhere a couple blocks away, but
because it feels like it was part of whatever that land is. And instead of helping it or something, instead of being, because typically those types of, even gargoyles, gnomes, any of those sort of more earthy figures, they help with the land. They don't hinder it. Their job is to help it.
Sure.
Their job is to
That's
help.
why you got them in your garden.
Right, exactly.
They operate on a level of respect
Yes.
that this little guy
Right.
didn't want to have.
Yeah.
And the
Depending on
cemetery
how long
family
you've been
is.
with. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, depending on how long, like it depends on how long maybe he's been with me, because I have lived in areas that have had a lot of open space. So maybe it could be from a past residential area.
All right. How long have you had those cats?
My cats, I've had them for about 10 years now, I'd say.
Prior to this, where you live now?
In total, I've had them for 10 years.
Okay.
But I've only lived in this apartment for about 5.
Okay. Okay.
And I've lived in a couple other places.
Are they only indoor kitties or do they go out?
My black cat, I don't let him free roam, but like I'll walk with him in my arms and I'll set him on the ground and let him roll around and stuff like that. But that's the extent of it, because there's just too many cars and I want to risk him running away.
And that has always been?
For the most part, yeah, whether it's been us like letting him out on a balcony or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on and off, but mostly indoors.
Okay. Because I really get that and you can certainly correct me if I'm wrong, but he was attracted to cats. They're like, because cats are kind of mischievous, on their own.
Oh,
don't I know it? My guy's a troublemaker.
And he would like to be a cat.
Which is why he jumps on the bed and curls up.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it's validating to him then, knowing that I thought he felt, or me thinking he felt like a cat jumping on the bed.
I'm sure. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he needs to go. He does need to go home. He does need to go home and go where he belongs. He has a job to do, and he's not doing his job. He's been sidetracked.
He is shirking his responsibility.
Yes. Supposed to be helping, and the graveyard did set more with me than the park. And that's the land that he's supposed to be.
So I've been there maybe once or twice. So I wonder if it possibly, I don't know, whether he found me or I found him. I don't know who stumbled upon who.
Yeah.
But
but the attraction to the cats, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And he runs around. I think that, yes.
I'm just laughing.
So I think he's the same one that on the heat register and the ceiling, I see him being that one, just being mischievous. He can throw his energy. So he can sit up on the cupboard and throw his energy, and the cats go wild and go chasing it. And
yes, I thought it was 3 different things, but I think you're absolutely right.
I can see that, because the cupboard that I feel him by is right exactly across from where that register is.
So he's hurling some things, so the cats go. He's just playing with them, which is why they're not scared. You said they're not really. They're just, they want it.
No, they love it. They're like locked in. Like they will sit there for like a straight hour and just stare there. They love it.
So does he. So does he.
Yeah.
Yes, but he needs to go back with his own people. I don't get that the thing in the closet's the same. What do you think?
I think it's an earthy.
Okay.
I think she's right. I think it's man.
Yeah, I do too.
Me too. It's validating getting my.
Yeah.
It is validating.
I thought that during the consult, but I didn't want to say anything during the consult, just because sometimes that kind of validation can get our mind really, our mind going, and then they start feeding on that energy.
Yeah, you didn't need to know that.
Yeah. No, I think I felt it enough, especially last night. Like I was feeling something around me, like real intense. Like I felt like something was almost like literally right here. And I kept just trying to ignore it because I know the more attention you feed it, the more it
Yes.
feeds into it and gets more
Yes.
involved with you and whatnot. So like I really do try to ignore it and stuff, but I even try to not even say go away or whatever, you know, like I just
Good. Yes.
Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening.
I see nothing. I hear nothing.
Yep.
Okay. He feels, for me, he feels like there's a few apartments or there's a few people that he watches. He's not like the gargoyle. He's in your home. That he's there. He's taken up residence there.
Home.
He's in, yes, but the voyeur, I think you're not the only one, and he's just creepy. He just really just stands. I have not seen him move. He has stood there the whole time and just watched. That's creepy in itself, right? I mean, that's
like, yeah, I've never feel him move in and out of the, it's just like stationary, just one spot right there. And not even like moving his arms, just like a stick.
Nothing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just weird. But that's his thing. I think that's who,
Was that who he was in life?
yes.
A stalker.
In the shadows, like I see him kind of like backing up into the shadows to watch. And I certainly don't. He wasn't a rapist, but it was sexually gratifying for him. And that's different when you're an earthy. You don't have a physical body. I mean, you know,
right.
But he still is very gratified by that. So yeah, creeper's going. But he now and when he was in life, he always had like 3 or so that he was kind of watching because he'd kind of go from one to the other. And you know, people have different schedules. So certainly now he doesn't have a job or anything to go to, so he can just hang out. Like when you're gone, he's not staying there. He goes somewhere else and watches someone else. So he always kind of has someone that he can be watching. So do you think it's him or so when we opened space, Mari-Lyn was hit by, what did you call it? Doom and gloom, or was that your?
That was hers.
That was your verbiage. What was your verbiage? Because that landed, it was like, oh yeah, Mari-Lyn felt that immediately when we opened.
What did I say? I don't
remember. I didn't write it down either. Shame on me. But it was something like impending doom. I did write it down. Impending doom. Or was that you?
That was
what?
her.
I think I
then
did
you
say
said doom and
impending
gloom.
I might have. I don't remember.
Then that was because doom and gloom. One said doom and gloom. The other said impending doom. And I was like, that is spot on when you said it. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's, I don't know if that's the man or the gargoyle. One of them knows that they're going, and obviously that's what you were feeling. You were feeling from them. They know their time's limited.
I'm going to say it's coming from the earthy, and I was getting so much information. Right off the bat, and I got kind of more focused on the gnome gargoyle dude that I didn't pay much attention.
It's very typical. This earthy just hides in the shadows. He's very unassuming, very like, you don't have to look at me. You don't have to. He's a voyeur. Yeah. That's what he does. And he's
good at it.
He's good at it. And this little thing goes running around. You can totally take your attention this way. And then he just stands back and watches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay. All right, Bethanni. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we start this?
I don't think so. I think that's all I've got.
Okay.
All right, time for the tour?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty, let's see where to start. Okay. How to start from my very front door. So when you walk, this is the corner where I see things. The gnome gargoyle thing is up in that corner right there, which convenient where the cat tree is, that they can run right up to. And then
He
it goes
thinks he's a
down.
cat.
There's a little kitty cat right there. And then
Aw.
he'll go down there, over there. Here's another one if you want to see.
Aw.
And then he'll go all the way over to over here. Sorry about the mess. I just got a bunch of new furniture and I haven't gotten rid of the old stuff yet. But this right here is where I would see something. And that's why I'm like, I figured it was like gargoyle-y because it's got to fit in that little space, you know?
Just like a cat sitting up there, just hanging out, watching.
Yeah.
Another cat.
Oh,
you have 3 cats?
Well, one's not exactly real.
is that a painting or is that a?
That's funny.
That's cute.
All right, and then so that's my dining area and kitchen, and then we walk back out to my living room, and then bedroom, and then there's the closet. So we'll hit the closet first. Messy in there as well, but this is where. I don't know if you want me to go in there or not, or
no,
just
you're
see
fine.
it. No.
Okay. No, you're good.
And then my bathroom.
Yeah, he does peek at you sometimes when you're in there.
Yeah,
he really doesn't get close enough for you to really feel him or anything. He's really he just likes to, and that's part of the sexual piece for him, is that you don't know. Yeah, is that you don't know. So yeah, he's creepy. We don't like them when they're like that. Dead or alive, not digging it.
No.
No thanks.
Yeah. All right. Where would you like to start?
You have an outdoor space that is yours alone?
Sort of, yeah. I have a little patio. Me walk out there real.
Why?
So,
I'm not exactly certain. And it's open and
from
exposed.
here.
Okay.
This is just my little area right here.
Okay.
If you can see up in there. But yeah.
I think your little gargoyle friend invites others in through that space.
Oh.
Oh, fun. A party.
He's the only resident.
But he has guests sometimes?
He has guests over. This is so weird.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to gather him up and get him back to where he belongs. That is what I would like to do.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Or so I'm going to have you, and this is going to feel weird, I know, but and you can say no if you want to, but it really feels like you need to be the one to tell the voyeur that he's leaving today, that you're taking back your space. He's going to be taken away.
I have no problem doing that.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah,
so,
you're leaving today. There's no staying. There's no remnants that are going to be left behind. All of you today will be leaving far away from my place. Thank you very much. That's the end. Goodbye.
Good. Okay.
Put my foot down.
Good for you. Good for you. All right. Yeah. He's done. It was fast. The embarrassment, oh my God, she knows that I'm here. He just went right into he was just done. He's gone home, he crossed over. So yeah, good for you.
Good.
Done.
He needs all the healing he can get.
Oh boy, yes, because he's just gross. That's just such a violation.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry because that does feel violating. Ugh. Yes. Okay.
So, Tree Man came in.
Oh, okay.
And with Tree Man was, I think you said he's called Cantor?
I think that's what that is.
It's the horseman figure.
Oh, a centaur?
Centaur. That's it. I was close.
Yes.
Very close.
Yes. And yes, this, I still don't know. Gargoyle, gnome. It wasn't important for me to really get the specifics, but yes, he absolutely is shirking his responsibilities. And he was hoisted up on Centaur and he was taken home. All of his energy was gathered and taken with him. And of course, your apartment will be completely cleared and the grid's fixed. And
they're already,
I think that's, what Pam was just doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With an extra perimeter, just at least for a while, just so nothing else. It's just nice to have that high vibration just sort of like stuck in your home now, just for a while, just to kind of get that going. How does your house feel?
Very calm. It feels
good.
Empty almost. It feels kind of off almost because I was so used.
Yes.
Like I'm feeling something, and it's like it's hard to place what it is, but I'm like,
yeah.
I got like suspicious eyes. I'm like, I feel something. What it is,
what's going on here? And that's
it's not a bad thing, but it feels more like just empty.
Empty.
Good.
And that's part of the paranormal, right? Is that whether you really think there's something there or not, especially when you know there's something there, it fills the space. And it can be really hard for people to they don't want that to go away. They like that feeling of there's someone around. I have a friend or I have a companion, someone I'm connecting to. And so now that it's gone, I know you've heard us talk about this, but you're going to feel a little empty and it's going to feel a little kind of odd until you make that shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The cats may act a little mopey.
Oh, I know. I do feel kind of bad in a way because I'm like,
sure,
he wasn't here to stare at me like earthy.
No, like
he was just kind of like minding his own business, like probably breaking my air conditioner or something.
Right.
I had a bunch of stuff break recently, right before I reached out to you, I had like a bunch of stuff break, and which I don't appreciate. But if he's just a mischievous little gnome, I'm like, I feel like it's not as serious a silly little gnome guy as an earthy, even though I'm sure it could be, but the vibes I got from him were not anything like I want to destroy your life and feed off your negative energy thing.
No. However, and even though he plays with your cats and everything, and he was kind of a friend to them and all of that, that does wear on the kitties. That does wear on them. They could get sick more. It's not a good idea because his even though he's really a nice creature, he helps the land, but the vibration that he was in was not good.
No, and that wasn't not who he was intended to be.
Correct. Yeah. So
yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys doing this for
Oh,
me and
You're welcome.
helping me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If something, if you reach out anytime for any reason, you have questions,
Yes.
you wonder if something is back, like maybe you're, whatever it is, just go ahead. Don't feel like you can't. It's really okay.
Absolutely.
If you feel
Never know.
silly,
I might reach out more. I might even do, because I have been thinking about possibly doing a class or whatever, one of your guys'
wonderful.
because I know, clearly I'm sensitive.
Yes, you are. Yes, yes.
But like, and I really would like to be able to like control it better, if that makes sense. Like,
Yes.
more so learn how to protect myself and just learn like, because I also have like autism, so it's hard for me to feel things inside of my body. So getting that, like, I'm always pretty much in an uncertain state of what I'm feeling.
Oh, okay.
So to have that validation on the outside is like extremely helpful, because a lot of times I'm like, I don't know what this is. I feel something, but I don't know what.
Right. Okay.
And but yeah, it was great to get clarity on all of this.
Good.
And
Wonderful.
Good. It was
and
all
to get
it was all
clarity
there. You
in.
knew. You knew. Yes.
Yeah.
You did.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so
thank
much
you.
to our audience. If you have activity, please reach out. The website is tcseverydayspsychics.com, and there's a form, and fill it out.
Yes. And
Reach
like
out.
and like Bethanni said, even if you don't think there's something, just reach out anyway.
Yeah.
Have we ever had anybody reach out and there not be anything there? I don't think so.
Not once. Not once.
No.
And have we had people say, I don't think there's really anything here, like all the time.
All the time.
So yes.
All the time.
Yes. People are they don't trust themselves. And
Yeah.
thank you for doing that and reaching out.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.
And maybe we'll hear from you again.
Yeah, I hope I can get myself together and enough, because the last few weeks have just been like, I felt so mucky and stuck and just icky and like just So once I can get all that cleared away,
and this should help a lot. Give it a couple days.
Yeah.
But this should help a lot, having all of that gone, and you can just get back to what's normal.
Yeah. It makes me feel
a new normal. Yes.
Makes me feel very hopeful, and I'm looking forward to the future, because it is not going to feel like it was.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, you guys too. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your guys' day. Bye.
Bye.
That was lovely.
That was kind of weird.
Yes.
Parts of that were weird, but it was cool. It was way cool.
We love new things, and it was really beautiful. And really, if you think you have something going on, even if you just want your house like blessed or clear, that's okay too.
Like, say there's been illness in your home and you want the energy just cleared out.
Yes.
The vibration risen. Yeah, give us a call.
Yeah.
A call. Give us a call. That is
an email.
An email.
That's not dating you at all.
Not at all.
Okay. So tcseverydayspsychics.com. We hope to hear from you.
We do.
Leave your comments. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and share with a friend.
Yes. Hit the notification bell.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
See you. Bye.
Hey everyone, I'm Mari-Lyn. I hope you enjoyed that clearing. I know we did. It was a lot of fun. Some interesting energies that were at play there. That's why I'm here. I wanted to talk just a minute about some of the energies that I had talked about during that clearing. One of them being the gargoyle / gnome. The other being the centaurus that I had mentioned that took the gnome away. And thirdly, Tree Man, whom I never mentioned, but I did mention him. And it just felt really important for me to share a little bit about the energy and how it's interpreted. So the gargoyle or the gnome, Bethanni had seen and felt that energy, and for her, the interpretation was a gargoyle, something that she was familiar with, the energy of what that looked like. For me, the term gnome came about. It was very obvious to me when I first felt it that it was an earth creature, and a creature that is typically very supportive of the earth. Now, the energy that I was reading around that gnome was that he had not taken his responsibilities seriously, in needing to support the earth and nurture the earth and take care of it, and was virtually punished, I guess, scolded by the elders of his family. And so he bolted. He said, I'm going to show you, and, went off and took up residence with Bethanni and her cat. The energy that we were reading was not that of a specific gnome or a gargoyle. It was just energy. And we interpret the energies, and we put our own experience and our own understanding to the energy that we are reading. And when we are expressing what we're getting, the best way to do it is, things that people are going to understand. So that brings me to the Centaurus that I had talked about. And it was the energy of that horseman that had come in that was so strong, so much of the earth. It was the energy of a guardian, of a nurturer, a leader, really. And when that energy came in, that picture of the Centaurus is what my mind saw. So did a half horse, half man actually come through the dimensions? No, it didn't. But the energy of it, that's what it spoke to me. And so that's how I explain it, or explained it in the video, as a Centaurus scooping up that gnome and taking it back home to heal and to start taking on its responsibilities to the earth. I also, for the very first time, mentioned Tree Man. And that is also an energy that comes in when it's either, number one, the earth itself needs healing, or there is a creature of the earth, like this gargoyle gnome, that had basically run away from the earth, basically ran away from home and took up residence with Bethanni. So that energy of the earth, fatherhood, the energy of unconditional love, of growth, of nurturing, is what he brings in. And he is, like I said, a symbol for me that there is either an earth creature or the land needs healing. And I typically do not mention him. I think partly because I don't want to be judged by other people going, she thinks she sees a tree, that's a man. And that's not it at all. It's the energy around it, the energy that comes in when I recognize Tree Man, is just that of earth of growth, of expansion, of healing. Trees in and of themselves can be very healing. They have so much energy, and they live for so long. If they have uncompromised conditions, they can live for a very, very long time. They are stamina, and they're very precious commodities to the human world. So that was it. I just felt it important to come on and talk a little bit about the energy, how it's interpreted. And sometimes we talk about things, we make it sound like it is a tangible thing, and it really isn't. It's energy and how we are interpreting it, and then trying to relay that to everybody watching. So thank you so much. I hope this all made sense. I hope it was a little bit thought-provoking as well. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.